There's a place where families can play together, couples can discover romance, and you can escape the everyday. Where memories are created and dreams are realized. That place is the Jersey Cape.
At the Cape May County Park and Zoo, a wild time awaits you as you explore nearly 80 acres of exhibits. With almost 200 different species of animals, you're sure to see something new everywhere you go. Experience the beauty and serenity of nature in a protected environment when you visit the Cape May Bird Observatory, which is just steps away from the Cape May Lighthouse. Take a walk to the top and you'll be treated to some of the most breathtaking sights you'll ever see. While in Cape May, take in all of its Victorian charm. Do a little shopping, have a delicious meal, tour the historic homes, or stay in a bed and breakfast for a night or your whole visit. The Leamings Run Gardens is one of the Cape's hidden jewels with thousands of varieties of flowers. You'll want to discover it for yourself. If you're looking for a quiet, romantic, even breathtaking moment, take in a sunset or two. The inspiring beauty is an escape from the everyday. The Jersey Cape extends from Ocean City to the southernmost tip of Cape May, and in between are 9 resort communities with over 30 miles of white sandy beaches, some with a boardwalk and rides, and others that are secluded and off the beaten path, so you can enjoy any type of beach experience you'd like. If you're into rides or excitement, many of the resort communities are home to amusement parks that feature attractions from tame to wild. You can enjoy a classic seaside amusement park with your family. And if you like to shop, throughout the Cape, there's quite an eclectic mix of merchants, from boutiques to national chains, making the area a shopper's paradise. With all there is to do, you've got to eat, and there are countless options for food and fun all along the Cape. Indulge your senses in a variety of 4-star restaurants or stroll along the area's boardwalks, enjoying famous fun foods like fudge, pizza, popcorn, ice cream, and so much more. The Jersey Cape, you can play here.
Basic training is an emotional roller coaster.
Don't come here thinking it's summer camp, because it's not.
Understood.
I think boot camp, as far as physical stress or mental stress, is definitely a combination of the two. Come here ready to respect authority.
Those of you that cannot get it together will not graduate with X-ray.
What's wrong? Who hurt your feelings?
It's a lot harder when they get here than they think. Constant correction and discipline, that's my job.
It's not rocket science. Stop moving around. Move fast. Let's go, recruit.
Everyone's making mistakes. Everyone's getting yelled at.
We're not doing what we're supposed to do, then we're going to pay for it.
I mean, it's survival. I have no choice.
It was a little odd at first.
I just can't wait for either the next meal or just to go to bed.
What did I just get myself into?
The transition from a civilian to the military lifestyle is amazing.
As soon as we got to Cape May, everyone was kind of like, oh crap, this is really happening.
And the next thing we know, we're pulling in the U.S. Coast Guard Training Center, Cape May.
All of us could see those company commanders. Everybody just got dead silent. All our joking stopped.
Stand straight, get your eyes to the front of the bus.
Right before the company commanders hopped on the bus, I think my entire body was beating with my heart. Why am I here? What am I doing this for?
You're now at United States Coast Guard Training Center, Cape May, New Jersey. From this point on, the first thing out of your mouth will be sir, ma'am. The last thing out of your mouth will be sir, ma'am, as appropriate. Do you understand? Yes, sir.
They come on the bus and they tell you have 10 seconds to get off the bus, and you've just wasted 5 of them, and go.
You have 106 to get off my bus, you wasted 5. Let's go. Go. Let's go. Hurry up. Faster. Get faster. Let's go, man. Hurry up. Let's go. Get off the bus.
And you can't get out there fast enough.
You think something's funny? Hurry up. Hey, over here, you. Faster.
And yelling straight in your ear, and you can't do nothing except look forward. And it is something you only experience if you come to the military.
To the right. Another ride! Oh, this is funny to you, isn't it? This is funny, huh?
What generally happens is recruits come here, they're motivated, and they come off the bus and they're getting screamed at. I think, you know, right there, it takes them down a couple notches.
I don't think they realize they're coming into a, you know, armed service branch of the military.
Couldn't even tell you what a quarter of the guys looked like before they had their haircuts. Now they all look alike, and I'm still not paying attention to them.
I think it's definitely an advantage having short hair. The only downfall is a little bit of hat head, but at this point, you don't even really care what you look like, just as long as you're clean.
They're not kidding when they say long days. Starting at 5:45 in the morning to 9:30 at night is not that easy when you're continuously doing something.
The first time we got woken up with fire, 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 it's kind of a shock to the system.
All of a sudden, early in the morning, you hear this bullhorn and an alarm. Kind of rattles you because you be in a deep sleep because you be so tired from the previous day.
You are passed out because you're tired, you're exhausted. You don't have a second to think. You get out of your rack, you put on your Go Fasters, and you book it out the door.
The people that are sinking don't care if you just were sleeping for 4 hours or you only got 2 hours of sleep. All they care about is you get out there in a timely manner.
They volunteered to come here, and they need to take pride in what they're doing.
You have to be on top of your game at all times.
Getting my uniform, that's when I really started to feel good about what I was doing. I felt like I was really part of the Coast Guard. When I put on my uniform, I just kind of stood in front of the mirror and kind of, you know, checked it out and was really excited about putting it on.
But the cuff should be showing like this.
Sir, yes, sir.
You understand that?
Sir, yes, sir.
Edge of the blouse goes down, then you have the edge of the belt, which is right there, which is off, and it goes down.
Take pride in your uniform and don't be afraid to shine your boondockers. Don't be afraid to press your uniform. I mean, what's the worst thing somebody's gonna say to you? Oh, you have a clean pressed uniform? You know, like how do you make fun of somebody that has a clean pressed uniform?
Even something just like marching around, 10 feet tall and bulletproof, that means march with pride, be tall, be proud, always pick your heads up, no matter how low you are, always pick your heads up and move on.
Never quit. I don't want them to ever quit.
Recruits come here thinking that we plan for them to have a good day and then have a bad day, but we don't plan any of it at all. It's usually just a vicious cycle.
5 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's go. Yes, 3, 2, 1, move. Why isn't the top portion filled up?
They should be able to look at you, identify who you are, and say your name and give the proper greeting.
So we say, excuse me now?
Senior recruit seminary requesting permission to pass.
Pass what?
When you don't pay attention, you get the incentive training going, which is actually benefiting you for physical fitness, but it also gives you an incentive to do the right thing.
Shipmates, I scratch my face, shipmate. And that's what we do at the position of attention, right? We scratch our faces, right? Sir! Good. Push-up position, take.
They do get it for disciplinary reasons, but I say the main thing of incentive training is getting them ready for their physical fitness tests.
If you've done something wrong, you forget something, or you don't address someone correctly, you're going to be on the floor doing push-ups and sit-ups and squats.
People swatting bugs away from their face, it's a big no-no.
Flutter kicks, Flutter kicks are the worst because you have to use your abs, you have to keep your head up, you have to keep your feet 6 inches off the ground. That's by far the worst.
My legs hurt from the flutter kicks. I don't know if my body can really handle this.
I think everybody in the company, I think their whole body's sore by now.
Is there a way out of here?
Get in shape. You're coming to the Coast Guard, you're coming into the military, you're coming to boot camp, for crying out loud.
Get all the way to the right. Let's go, man!
The first time going to the galley. everyone was getting screamed at.
You better be sounding off a lot louder back there. I want to hear echoing when
Certain way you have to hold your tray, certain way you have to hold your silverware.
Company commanders set up at the front of the line, at the side of the line, at the back of the line, just waiting to fix mistakes that people are making.
Ma'am, what? Ma'am, what?
Ma'am. Station open. Stop. Station water station open. Go, man. Go!
Being rushed to eat was rough.
Food's actually not that bad.
The food here is actually really good.
The eggs, those aren't the best.
Well, I didn't really like the eggs.
Got an order of eggs the other day, and the top side was completely cooked, but the underside was kind of wet and kind of gritty like.
Some of them make it seem like we're just, killing them, like they're dying on the inside.
Get your stay off the deck!
They have to learn to work through a little bit of pain. If you're out on a SAR case on a 25-foot boat, what is there? 2 seats in a 25-footer, and there's a boarding team of usually 4 to 6. So you got to stand there upwards to 4 or 5 hours maybe. So you got to learn to work through a little bit of pain.
The person sitting next to you doesn't want to hear you cry and complain because they're going through the same thing.
Let's go, move!
Week 2's been a rough week, honestly, for us.
Constantly getting yelled at and moving quicker and quicker.
They want you to shut up, move as quickly as you can, and do exactly what they say. The physical part of boot camp picking up is becoming more and more challenging.
Bikes,
Swimming,
Running.
weights.
The training here is a little bit different from what I'm used to. I'm more geared towards strength, and this is more geared towards endurance.
We had to get in this big, huge line and carry on this rope that was sandy, and we walked around for maybe 2 hours with this rope above our head.
we had to run a mile almost immediately after we woke up.
The swim assessment is basically just jump off this plank, swim 100 meters, tread water for 5 minutes.
One of the things that we have to pass is the swim test, which I didn't pass. I made it halfway and I got fatigued. But they give you a class every day to help you work on your techniques so you can, pass the test.
Every time your face goes back in the water, you're doing what? Exhale.
You have to take your time and, really do the technique they taught you, because that's going to help you the most. Someone's life on the line, and you got to be ready the moment's notice. You have no time to waste. Can't take, 20 minutes trying to lace up your boots.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Blue blurs. Blue blurs, blue blurs. Hurry up, hurry up.
If you're just have no sense of urgency or have no instant obedience, hey, we got to go, there's somebody out there dying and you're just taking your sweet time.
Speed is a huge thing here. You've joined a life-saving service. Every second counts.
Look, it's not me anymore, it's a team, and if you don't have a team, then you have nothing.
We're a company, so we're a team, so if one of us mess up, all of us mess up. So we all had to get each other in line.
You should be hooking each other up. It's all about teamwork, and the more you work together, the better off you're gonna be.
Making racks, it's really a two-man job because they want them to be perfect. There's a certain way you have to make the racks up. So in order to get it done fast and do everything else you need to do in the morning, it has to be a two-man job.
As the week has progressed, we realized that we really do need to work as a team, help others out to get along.
We start from the bell now.
Big gaggle of lost souls a few weeks ago is now come together as this well-oiled machine and this team.
Be ready to absorb a lot of information. It's like putting a fire hose on a recruit's mouth and opening the valve. That's how much information we put into them.
From 5:30 in the morning, they sit in classes starting at 0700. They don't get out of classes sometimes until 2000 at night. It's a long process and a lot of classes.
Force of the Coast Guard. understand?
Classes are pretty short. They're only about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours long, but it is a lot of information.
You're looking them in the eye, give them the proper greeting of the day, and you're gonna carry on with business.
We learn saluting, insignias for officers and how to salute officers, how to salute our colors.
Well, I call it college on steroids, actually, because they teach you a class and they want you to obtain the information instantly.
I didn't realize how much studying I was gonna have to do here. I thought it was all gonna be physical training.
Right, 15 degrees rudder, aye aye.
Turn it 2 half pitches. Ready, begin.
Can anybody tell me what SCBA stands for? What is it? Self-contained breathing apparatus. There you go, self-contained breathing apparatus. But diesel, if you don't understand the engine, it's not a big deal, but that's kind of an example if you want to write it down. It's not in the test, I'm just trying to throw out extra information on it.
If you fall asleep in class, you're pretty much screwed. If you start to feel tired, you're not gonna get in trouble for going and standing in the back. If you're standing up, you're not gonna fall asleep.
One of the most frustrating things about being a company commander is when the recruit cannot get it together.
Get in here. If somebody picks up, pick it up. Let them know you've been reverted into X-ray, your new graduation day, your new address.
I got sent back another week in training.
Reversion is a disciplinary action in which the recruit, they'll get set back an additional week, 2, or even 3 weeks in training.
This past week, I did get reverted.
It's usually when recruit has a self-discipline problem, a motivational problem, or integrity problem.
I tried to save myself by lying to my lead company commander, which was the biggest mistake of my life.
The number one thing I see people get reverted for is lying.
There's no place in the Coast Guard for liars. Honor, integrity, ring a bell. Does honor, integrity ring a bell? Huh? Yeah! Well, somebody just gave theirs up.
It is just 9 weeks for me. It's not 8 weeks, it's 9 weeks.
You learn from your mistakes and you move on.
It's all about teamwork. It's all about helping each other and doing it together as a team, and I think that is slowly but surely happening.
Everybody's just starting to get it finally. We're all starting to get in sync. Everybody's starting to quit bouncing, starting to roll from here to your toe, like pay off your leathers always says.
The confidence course looks terrifying. I was just worried I wasn't gonna make it through.
It was intimidating at first. I'm a short guy, and all I saw was the high wall, but that was really fun. Climbing that rope and ringing that bell and just knowing that you made it through it, I think helped a lot of people out.
Last week we went to Golf Hall, we walked into a classroom, and it turned out that classroom was the weapons simulator.
So smooth, steady trigger squeeze every single time. Sight in every single time.
The way it works is they have one gunner's mate assigned to every 2 shooters. So you do have instant feedback from both the simulator and the gunner's mate working with you. They're very helpful, making you the best marksman you could be.
Firefighting was fun. Got all suited up, put on everything that a firefighter would put on, and just, did the whole drill as though there was a fire. It's kind of cool because, it gave you an idea of what people, what firefighters go through on a daily basis.
We had our midterm exam, we had our physical fitness test.
You good?
It was a little challenging because it was at 1:30 in the afternoon and it was hot and the sun was beating down on us. Well, that heat can just zap the energy right out of you.
Breathe.
Passed it. Actually passed it for the males too.
It's a wild ride. It has this, highs where you're on top of the world, and then it has your lows where you feel like you're no better than the dirt outside.
It's very up and down, up and down, up and down. You first get here and it's crazy. You're like, why did I do this? Why am I here? And then it's like that for a little while, and then a couple weeks into it, you know, things start gelling, you're working better, and you know, the CCs start giving you compliments, telling you, oh, you're doing good in this, you're doing good in that, and then I think some people get a little too big for their britches and kind of slack off a little bit, and then, you know, CCs are really quick to tell you when you're making mistakes.
The most rewarding moment for me in being a company commander is when you see the recruit actually taking pride and gaining that confidence that you're instilling in them. Going from a civilian not knowing why they're here to when they receive their colors, they're crying, they're proud of themselves, and they're ready to get out there in the fleet.
Boot camp has been a pretty positive experience for me. I don't think I'd want to repeat it, but I wouldn't take it back.
Just to come with complete strangers and come together for a common goal, you know. We didn't, know each other from Adam, but we all wanted to achieve the same thing.
We've gone through the ups and the downs, the hard times and the harder times, and they're almost there now, and I think they're proud of themselves for that, and they have every right to be.
Like everybody says, the days might go by slow, but the weeks go by fast, and it seems like just yesterday we were stepping off that bus and didn't know what was going on.
Almost 90% of them have transitioned from that, hey, I'm just here to make a buck, and have a job and, get the education benefits. They actually have some pride, and you can tell, and the transition's been awesome.
It's been a long 8 weeks, and it's finally come full circle.
Seaman Tara Knight, Coast Guard Air Station. Kenneth Parsi, Machinery Technician A School, Yorktown, Virginia. Tim Cliff Boone, United States Coast Guard.
It'll definitely teach you to grow up really fast. You definitely grow up a lot in 8 weeks.
X-ray! 181! Disband!
How do you survive week 1? You
don't talk in formation.
Make sure you know your required knowledge.
Be as fast as you possibly can be.
Don't swat the mosquitoes anytime during boot camp.
Pay attention.
Do what they do verbatim.
Do exactly what you're told.
Keep your eyes in the boat.
Make sure you're in shape.
Seriously, just work out before you come.
Be there 3 minutes early.
That's how you survive week 1.
My name is Lieutenant Commander Matthews, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies for today's recruit graduation. Training Center Cape May was originally named Coast Guard Receiving Center Cape May when it opened on May 31st, 1948. In 1982, Training Center Cape May became the service's only recruit training center. Nestled between the Atlantic Ocean and Cape May Harbor, Training Center Cape May once belonged to the U.S. Marines and the U.S. Navy and was an instrumental training area for troops during World War I and World War II. In the late 1960s, 3 500-person recruit barracks were constructed and named after Coast Guard heroes. Signalman First Class Douglas Monroe, the Coast Guard's only Medal of Honor recipient. Captain Joshua James of the U.S. Life Saving Service, one of the most celebrated lifesavers in the world. and Captain Michael Healy of the U.S. Revenue Cutter Service, a legend along Alaska's 20,000-mile coastline. In 1974, the first group of women enlisted as regulars and reported to Cape May, and mixed gender recruit training began. In the 90s, the training center's recruit processing building was dedicated to Petty Officer First Class Charles W. Sexton, a shipmate who sacrificed his life while attempting to save the lives of 4 people aboard a sinking fishing vessel. Today, the training center staff graduates approximately 3,500 new Coast Guardsmen each year and is committed to developing America's newest enlisted men and women in a manner that secures the trust and confidence of our service and families who trust us with the care of their loved ones. Our men and women also provide the highest level of support to our 12 tenant commands that include operational and support units. We're guided by the principles of service to nation, duty to people, and commitment to excellence. Thank you for joining us today, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for Recruit Company Oscar 193. Please rise for the arrival of the official party. The official party consists of Chief Sofo, company mentor, Master Chief Hollinsworth, Command Master Chief. Commander Scott, Training Officer. Captain Gibbons, Commanding Officer, Training Center, Cape May.
Hands, salute.